So you can have multiple models within AnyLogic open at the same time. You'll just have to be very clear with which you're interacting. And one piece of advice, if you do have more than one model open, but you're focused predominantly on one, I would suggest as you switch that you close the different windows here so you don't get confused which main is it. Look at this, I have 3 different mains open, probably from 3 different models. And it's very easy to be mistaking one for the other in a way that will be quite unhelpful. Okay, so there we go. We're closing that out. And I think for good measure and for cleaning up my screen, I'm going to close all. Boom. Gone. Okay? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to add a model where we're going to call it ABM. We're going to call it ABM DES multi-clinic model. Okay? This is going to be a model which spans both agent-based model and process-centric modeling. So I do File, New, and we'll say ABM DES and multi-clinic model, and I'll call Adelaide 2015. Great. Okay. So that's good. Oh, you know what I should have done? I was too glib. What should I have done? I should have set the time. It can bite you if you don't. So I'm going first thing right now. I'm going to go set it to be hours. Excuse me. It's hours today. I think no, day. Sorry. Day. Okay. Great. Days. Save early. Save often. Great. So this model is going to capture, in my experience, a common need, to wit, a model that simultaneously captures dynamics of health in the population and dynamics associated with care processes, formal care processes, within facilities. And those are somewhat different domains. And out there in the population, people's health evolution may be very well characterized by specifying an agent-based model where we have things like state charts, maybe in some cases stocks and flows that represent aspects of their health conditions. Stocks and flows for glycemic level or weight, perhaps state charts for broad categories that are amenable to it. So their weight status perhaps different levels of dysglycemia according to regular clinical categories, etc. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to build a model that unites the two because on the clinic side, what other issues come into play? Why would we want a different type of modeling to sort of characterize dynamics within a clinic or within a facility context? Constrained resources. Constrained resources. Defined processes, perhaps, though perhaps sometimes less defined than you might think, but resources that gate the capacity to undergo a process. So you need to get access to this X-ray machine in order to provide the doctor with the requisite imaging results so they can make an informed decision about how to respond to your complaint of shoulder pain, and they and using that X-ray may be occupied by other patients right now, so you have to wait, or maybe you need to wait to see the clinician, or maybe you need to wait to get access to a procedure room or what have you. So we have resources issues coming to the fore. So I'd like to have a model that does both, and I have I have an ulterior motive in this model too, because I want to teach you elements of mobility in AnyLogic, moving people around and so on. Okay, great. So I'd like you to add a person class with a person-shaped population. We should have a population size parameter with an initial size of 1200 and we should arrange those people in a random layout. Wow. Okay, so let's do it. So again, a person class with a person shape. What do I do? Speak as in one voice. Okay, okay, thank you. That's great. Okay, agent type. I'm just going to say person. Okay, that's great. And I know some of you are using the wizard to explore more interesting of people, and I'll leave it to you to do that. Okay, we'll go down here to these pictures and we'll add a person in. That's a great start. Okay, now I want to create a population. How do I do that? Good. So I'm going to go to main and I'm going to drag person in and I'm going to name it, say, population. These names are in no way privileged, but that's kind of a name that I prefer. And then for initial number of agents, I want to use a what? A parameter. Okay? And why would I use a parameter for population size? Yeah, so I can vary it. That's a good reason. We talk in computer science of abstraction by parameterization. By allowing you to specify as a parameter, you can now vary it and it can adapt to many, many different circumstances. You can use this situation, you can use it in many different detailed circumstances. If you hard code it, you're more constrained. So this population size, what sort of type is this? Integer is right. And its initial value would be 1200. Okay? 1200. Now, in order for this to be meaningful, it says population size, but right now, is that truly going to be the population size if I did nothing more? No. How do I make it the population size? Go to population and say population size here, right? Population size. Great. Okay. That's terrific. So now we have a population by population size. That's great. Now, finally, how am I going to lay these out in a with equal probability X and Y location? Uniformly distributed. Okay. Yeah, we could do a uniform. I'm going to show you a different way to do it. Just well, I'm going to remind you of a different way to do it because it's often sufficient. But uniform would do great. Uniform. Where would we specify that distribution? We'd specify it associated with the population, right? We'd say at specified point. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to main and go into the properties for main. TAs, prepare for deployment. Okay. Is Dylan in evidence? Okay. Okay. So where do we go in main to specify population location? Yeah, shape, space, and networks. We go down, and is it layout type or network type? Layout type is right. So we do random. Okay? Great. Okay, so let's run this thing. What should you see? What should we see? Good. Something like that? Do you see that? Who needs TA help? Okay. Who up here needed TA help? Okay. Great. Great. Yeah, if you go to main, so if you select main open projects there, you just put your cursor on main. You got to click on main. And it's actually not clicked up right now. Yeah, but you want to show it in, see this still says for properties, it still says, so you want it the property to show main. Yeah, and now you can scroll down. Space, yeah, and you go down a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. And there you go. So layout type is what you want. This guy, yeah. And you say random. There we go. Okay. So, folks, a little bit of a point of guidance here, and I've seen this. I see it with myself, and I see it with others. And especially important for following me along. There's something with AnyLogic, and I actually can't tie it down exactly, but I've seen many of you fall prey to it and myself, where sometimes, you have something, maybe you're doing something like this. Maybe I want to go see main down in properties, And so I actually go and I click on, okay, I reversed the thing. But you know, I click on this and I have this open, but it's not showing the main properties here. It's showing main up here, but it's not showing main down here in the properties. And you have to, in those cases, be very explicit to kind of click on main here to get it to show that in the properties window. And then that will allow you to go browse the main properties, okay? Okay, so who else needs TA help? Okay? Okay, we need TA support. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't mean you. I think Jeff is trying to retrieve Dylan. Okay, Okay, yeah, so you need, okay, folks, so one common issue is you're going to want to make sure that the population size parameter is a what? An integer, an int. Okay, so make sure of that. Okay, who else needs help? Help. Okay. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So population size parameter, where should it live? In main. So you're going to want to cut that and go to double click on main. Yeah, and okay. Yeah. So you actually want to, sorry, you want to, yeah, there. This is it. Okay. Maybe this is, okay, click on there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and then paste it. I thought you were first, maybe I was beginning. Oh, okay, yes, you want to go cut that, yeah, cut it, and then go to main, there you go. Okay, now go to the population, yeah, and now you'll say population agent, no, actually, you need to back, and then you say there, the number of population. Okay, who needs help here? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you need to go there. You need to double click on main. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's population size, and then go click on this one. This one. Yeah. Make sure you scroll out here. Scroll up all the way. All the way to the top. I want to make sure it's, oh, you know what, make sure main is selected over here. Go click on main. No, there. Click on main. Yeah. Okay, and then scroll up. Yeah. Okay, okay, you want to have a population size. Okay, sorry. No, sorry. You want to go to this. Okay, yeah, go say initial information is population size. Yeah. Yeah. And then population size. Population size should have a default value of 1200. Okay, who needs help still? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's just because it's misspelled. It's you have OIN rather than ION. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there are these collections there, but I'm not sure if it's in the same sense of container that you're thinking about. Sorry? You mean like, so you want it visually to appear in this container or that container? I'm not aware of that functionality for AnyLogic 6. Maybe there's something in AnyLogic 7. I don't know, but what there is views. So you can actually have different views of the model. You switch between the views, but those are just different regions. They're not sort of distinctive encapsulated containers. Yeah. Talk about this before. I believe that's the case. I think what you're saying, if you want sort of a local coordinate system in certain areas, self-contained sort of regions, and I think it makes a world of sense, but yeah, I think there's basically one global coordinate system, which is too bad. I like that idea a lot, and you should speak with Anatoly. We'll see if I can take it down to our group. Okay? That's good. Okay. Okay, so you got a person? Okay, good. Okay, good. You get a name? Okay. And area is population. Yeah. And the population of agents. Yeah. Population size. What is population size? 1,200. Okay, good. And presumably this is just that presentation. Yeah. Okay. So I don't see. Okay, one possibility. Do you add this picture of the person later? You didn't show up reservation. Okay, so let's try this. I suspect that's it, and it's an easy way to check. Okay, watch this. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. They're all there. They just need to be they just need to be declared to be randomly defined. You said a random network type rather than a random layout. That's why. Folks, remember it's random layout type, not random network type. Okay? A random, if you have a random network type but a user-defined layout type, all the people will be up in the corner. Okay? Okay, who else needs help? The cavalry has arrived. Okay. Okay. Are you folks ready to go on? Okay, good. We're gonna be doing some really fun stuff here. Okay, now we're gonna do something we've never done before. Okay? We're gonna go place you've never gone before. No, it won't be Saskatoon, unfortunately. Although you're most welcome. Some of you have been there before. Okay, so I'd like now to add a different sort of agent. I'd like to add a home agent. Okay, that's right. Great. So this is going to be a home agent, and we're going to associate it with a picture of a little house. Okay. Okay. Great. So let's go add a home. Okay. Dylan stands ready. Who requires his deployment? Custom deployments. Okay. Okay. Who needs Nolian help? Okay. Okay, great. So let's now go and add this agent type, new agent type, and it's going to be called home. Okay. Why do we give it a capital? It's a class. It represents sort of a concept, home code, homeness. And there'll be many instances of this, many particular homes, and we might use the lowercase for that. This is home with a lower h, and it's my particular home, perhaps. But here it's sort of a class of these things, and it's a concept, and so we give it a title. Okay, so for this, let's go find a nice little picture. And I would propose this picture, house, which is down here in the pictures area. Do you see that? Do you folks see that? No, you don't. Okay. Do you need a plus to add it in, or? Dylan, could you engage in surveillance and
Okay, so who's having problems getting
Dylan, Dylan, could you in a stentorian voice announce where that library is located?
Once I see, then I will try to.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So.
Here, Dylan.
I get the power of the microphone.
So everyone who is having problems finding this thing, you'll find that in the palette on the left-hand side, there is a plus arrow at the very bottom. Sorry, a plus sign at the very bottom. Can I take this, Nate, for a second?
You can.
Okay. No, hold on. Stop clicking things. So, if everybody sees in the bottom left-hand corner here, there's a little green arrow. Bottom left-hand
green
corner.
plus.
Green plus. Thank you. I don't know why I keep calling it an arrow. Little green plus. You click on that, and you will see the entire list of things that you can have in your palette. The one we're looking for is called pictures. Does everybody see that? Does anybody need 30 seconds to find it? There's no shame in that. All right, I'm going to assume everyone has that, and then I'm going to give Nate control of the mouse again, and the microphone.
Thank you, Dylan. Okay, so I was hoping that you could use that, that palette, that picture palette, remember, for two things. One thing is that picture of the person, and one thing would be the picture, and that's for a person, and the other is the picture of the home. And for the home, I'd like you to add the depiction of the house. Now, I want to emphasize something that was emphasized before, and Anatoly had pointed out a good, discovered the key bit of mechanism in AnyLogic 7. If you didn't add a picture before, or perhaps if you've changed it, you may, and you already have a population of that thing created, like this population, you may have to go down and press this button in the advanced area, which Anatoly found the advanced area of the population. There's a show presentation button, which will make sure that that image is visible, okay? This is great, this is great. Okay, so now we have a home. We have the home, and we have a small icon with it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go now add a population of homes. Okay. And the number of them should be given by a count homes parameter. Okay. Probably to have been consistent, we instead of saying population size, we should have said count people or count persons, and this should have been count homes. How are we going to add a population of homes? Can anyone tell me? Drag it into where? Main. Okay, main. So this is going to be called homes, and we're going to have a parameter that's going to be, we're going to have a parameter that's going to be count of homes, okay? Count homes. Good. And what do we need to do with the homes to make it a population? You have to make it a population, right? And there should be count homes of them, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Yes, integer. Yes, we should give it an initial value of 400. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, should we run the model? Yes, but it turns out because we specified that layout through main previously as being random, the homes will automatically be placed randomly. 400 for the count of homes. Okay? Do you want to run it? Does anyone want me to go show something on my screen?
Yeah, can you share the count lines?
Sure, the count homes parameter is 400, and it's an integer. Yep. Okay? Sorry? Well, yeah, that's true. So, okay, good point. Let's do this. Maybe this will make you feel less uncomfortable. If you find if you experience distress because of the juxtaposition of homes and people, here's one thing you can do.